Alright, welcome back to the most recent collection purchase. And this one is actually a collection, not a bundle of cards that someone's moving. This is like a no joke whole collection. This tote is a pretty big tote. I think it's a 40 gallon. What's that say on the side there? I don't know. It's pretty pricey. Or it's pretty big. Excuse me. Yeah, like you'll see when we get inside here. So we'll go back to this. Let's start with the tote. Yeah. So we put a little bit more into this one. Stay over there. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. There you go. Nice. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. Binder. Full of goodies. We can come back to that. Some play mats. I'm not too big on these. I have one that I use, and then I just have a nice table. So I'll probably list these. Put those up on eBay or Marketplace, try to move those. This one's pretty funny. I'm a fan of Rick and Morty, but same thing. I mean, not my personal favorite, so maybe I'll try to sell it, so make it use it as a mouse pad. I'll put that up on Marketplace, try to get 20 bucks for it. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're gorgeous, but not particularly for me. So again, I've looked through them, but I haven't priced anything out. When you're glancing at a collection, I just want to make sure it wasn't full of basic lands, and got a lot of stuff going on. There were some theme decks, some starter decks from a local store, not starter decks, but starter collections that they'd purchased, and those came with lot of cards. They were full. They were like 1,500 cards in a box or something like that. And it'd give you legendaries, rares, foils, stuff so you could start a collection instantly and go play with your friends. So he's got one of those in here. Some of these, like, I can't remember what you call these. You get them when you go to pre-release or you buy like the dual deck anthology. Some of these are empty. And I'm not sure if they're really worth anything by themselves. Probably not worth the time on these ones. Something nice like this. It's kind of neat. Like this is like it retails for 18 bucks. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And my thought is maybe if I can just flip it for maybe even get 20 for it. I don't know if they're still retailing, but even I get 15 for it. I'm not sure if I would use it. They're wooden. They're neat. I'm afraid to ding them up and have them start rolling unevenly. That thing's pretty neat. A few jewel cases. Not my favorite. Could use some Google on, but some people like these. Get a couple bucks for them. All that type of stuff I'd move. All these types of boxes. They're wicked cool when you're first getting into playing the game. Great for holding like one set, or maybe like setting up a draft pod in here. So like this one's got sleeves in it. I can put some tokens and some sleeves in here, some dice, and I can go draft from the box. So I don't have to bring like everything with me. I'm just gonna go play arena, go play sealed or draft limited. That's why these are neat. Otherwise, they just kind of take up space, and I don't like to write on them. I hate like when people write on these. Take a piece of masking tape that's easy to peel, write your name on it, because they are cool and some of them do hold value. Some people do collect these, but they're not. The originals are worth a lot. These are not worth a ton. Those old school set boxes, some of those I've seen go for a good amount of money. This one in particular, the inner box loop is missing, and that happens. So now if you press down on it, you'll crush the cards. That's another reason I'm not quite a fan of these. Let's see. And there's a good blend of cards. So got some older, some newer. You can tell that they were playing some Commander, and the good thing about having a lot of people in Commander is they're buying a variety of cards. So it's not like 10 years ago you could pinpoint the years that they were playing in, and based on that, you can almost value their collection without looking at it. You can go, oh, you're playing between these years, you get this many rares and uncommons. That would give you a good gauge of what they had. Now, with Commander, you're like, oh, you're playing these two colors, but what else do you have? And without that knowledge, it's really hard to tell. you actually got to dig in their collection a little more and find some value. But we've got some like Scars of Mirrodin in here, Theros, Mirrodin Besiege. So there was definitely a variety, and I thought that was pretty cool. And this goes all the way down. There's a lot of cards in here. This was about 3 of these deep. That's how far into this tote. I think so. I think he was a younger player in general, though, because like he kept everything. And this is pretty neat. 2010 core set. Like he's still got the player's guide for it. That's pretty neat. These came with a listing of all the cards and a little bit of lore based on the set. Some people might like these, and that's what I'm thinking. I could piece these out. Like I'm not too interested in these because guess what? I can read this online, or I can listen to a YouTube video. I've also played those sets. But for the collectors, hey, and you're trying to put your set together, totally understand. I'm there. I'm the same way. There's certain things that I like, and I'm trying to put those sets together, and I'll piece off everything else. Try to put this back in here. He's being a pain in the little butt. And I think he was a younger player too, in the sense that he said he used to bring this with him every time he'd go play. I cannot imagine. This thing is pretty heavy. This has got to be a 85-pound box. Like I would not be bringing this with me every time I went to play. This old Mirrodin, Darksteel Reactor. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I glanced at some things. I didn't go digging. I was pretty excited about that. Now I'm going to struggling to close them. Come on, you close so we can go to the next one. Close down. Came with the tote, that too. That was nice. They're not cheap. Have a house. Be nice to be able to store that stuff. And then there was the this. I think we'll do this next time. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's do it now. Let's knock it on. We're only 7 minutes. We got time. This was this thing's pretty neat. There's nothing in the front. It does open up. And try to break anything here. Like that. There we go. These things are neat. Got the strap. A little flap here. The gear itself is fairly functional. I like this. It's got the compartments here to kind of guide your card boxes. I think you could put a booster box here. Some more dice sleeves over here. Your deck boxes there. This one was wide open with this in it. And this opens up as well. Add some more in here. A few more deck boxes. Some loose sleeves. Tokens for the decks he was playing. These aren't cheap either. These massive D20s, I think they're like $10, $10-20. Miscellaneous dice in here. These D20s from the sets, again, like the deck boxes, the set boxes, the original ones are worth a lot. A lot of these newer ones, not so much, because they are printed more. More people go to the pre-releases, so there's more of them in circulation. Makes sense. But sometimes it's nice to pick up like an odd colored one. This looks like old Alara. So sometimes these can be worth something if you know the sets. You gotta take a peek at them and see what you can find. Me, I'm weird. I'm looking for like the colored sets of the sets of 7 or sets of 10 for D&D. I try to color match them by randomly picking them up. To me, it's like collecting gemstones. I don't know why. It's this weird set fetish I have. I like to collect them that way. But these extra D20s, same thing. I'll try to list them, and if they're bulk ones, what I'll do is I'll grab like 5 of them that are different colors and sell those as like a little set, just to keep them moving. Like that for now. And we'll go like that. And put this over here. Doesn't need to be too fancy for it this second. Good. And back over here. I just want to show these again. He did have these 36. We got 2, 3, 4, 12, yeah, 36 D6 for like playing Warhammer or other games. This is a neat way to pick up sets of these, and they retail for over $10. So, and that's a quick flip. The new players playing is, hey, I have a set, $10. Real easy to flip those. If they're a unique color that somebody's really looking for, you can get 15 or 20. And same with these. RPGs, the term, the RPG sets that have one of each number die, and then sometimes I'll have a couple extra D6s for playing D&D. These can be worth 10 to 15 bucks sometimes. The cases themselves, you can sometimes get $1 for. It's just letting them move. And then deck boxes too, same thing. Take a peek at those if they are a unique one that someone's looking for. They might have some value to them. If they're in good shape, they might still have some value to them. These bigger ones that hold over 100 cards are, again, worth a little more. The bummer is when you run into ones like this where it's hard to see, but he wrote his name in Sharpie on the bottom. And you can sometimes get it off, but is it worth like scrubbing this for 15, 20 minutes to get an extra 15 cents? I don't think so. You can move it or use it or throw it away. Get the value you can. And go from there. Some of them, this one does have some cards in it. The sleeves too, depending on what they were buying for sleeves. Some type of blue deck. And if they're full of dragon sleeves, then you picked up a lot of value. If they're full of those like cheap theme sleeves that break real easy, not so much. You can use those to ship cards with. But yeah, there's that. I think, let's see, where's that binder? This was pretty cool. There was some stuff in here. There was actually, down bottom, there was a 2-row side by side that was filled with rares. I glimpsed at it. I haven't fully gone into that yet. That should be a separate video for sure. Maybe we'll just do some scrolling and talking about that one. But there was a lot in there. This, I want to say, had a lot of Planeswalkers. Oh yeah, you bought the that Jace spellbook deck, which came with those Jace theme cards. And these, you can, if you piece these out, some of those are worth something. A lot of theme decks, and then Planeswalkers. So he definitely feels like a Commander player. Port Town, there we go. Not a lot of dual lands, and that's not one of those things. Either he already sold those, or I'm right in my prediction that he's a younger player. But I don't think I overpaid for the collection by any means. I could definitely get the value out of it. It's a matter of listing things, and that's the next step is, I'm going to bore you all on here. Now that I have a decent pool built up, I need to get these stacked eBay listings going. Some foil lands, love that. Something I didn't do yet is, I don't know if he doubled any of these up. I wouldn't have, but some people do. Some people will stick 4 or 5 cards into one of these pockets. It's not good for the binder, but what are you gonna do? Bad Moon, I'm pretty sure that's decent rare right there. I know it's good. It's definitely playable. A lot of people buy that, but I'm a little out of touch with all the values. I haven't been actively playing for a while. This one, ley lines, like that. Used to have a set of them. Inferno Titan. It's a beast back when I was playing. Back when I was playing a lot. No Primeval Titan though. He's banned anyways in Commander. Last I knew, at least. That's a pretty cool card. Yeah, so there's that. Definitely excited to do some more digging. Start getting some things listed. I need to break this all down too and get them like organized. Just even if they're not sorted, putting them in 2 5-row boxes that I can work with compared to all of this and the other couple of videos worth of stuff. Yeah. There we go.